Hi guys, it's Miss Becca. I've been trying to be a little different about the start of math class this year, and that is just to try to get a little more sense of number and problem solving awareness that maybe we don't always get when we just jump into problems and symbols and papers. So for today's assignment, and this is really going to go on all week, I want you to keep a little journal. It could be a journal of your mind with which I'll have you write down later, or it could just be something you jot down all the time. But I want you to consider the symbols that you see every day all the time, and how many of them are numbers, and what do those numbers mean? So for example, right now, I'm staring at my computer screen. You can see it in here. I'll put these up. Okay, and I see in one part of my screen is all the text of my Mac. File, edit, view, camera, window, the things that run the operation. On the other side, there are symbols that I know mean like Dropbox or my Wi-Fi or my Bluetooth, right? Or how high my volume is. Then I see a number. That's the percentage my battery's on. And then I see more numbers, but that's the time, right? And actually, I see another number in the corner of this video, and that's how long I've been writing. And still yet, there's another number on this screen, and that is the date from the open window of my Google Classroom for you guys. That's a lot of numbers and a lot of symbols that are just metadata coming in all the time. And then if you look at this, more symbols. Here's my watch. More symbols. We are surrounded by symbols all the time. And I want for this week, okay, I really want you to just kind of keep a journal of symbols. And if you've actually been in my class face-to-face sometimes, I'll ask you about different things that you guys know that I don't have a clue about. Because we all kind of become experts in something, right? And I would really much love for you to share with me what you're an expert in. But beyond that, at the moment, I am not saying that I'm an expert in numbers. That's not my point. My point is that I want us to start to be aware of how many are floating around us all the time, and how and why that can actually be very confusing. And I want to just embrace that that might be a problem for some of us, but also a window. Okay? So as I'm staring here, my battery percentage was 6.9 and then a little symbol, which is the percentage symbol, right? Now it's 6.8 in the symbol. I believe it was 2.16 as I started this, and now it's 2.19. And of course, that number of the time, you can't see it, it's up there, is correlating sort of to this lower corner, which is counting upward of the minutes of my thing. The number on my Google Classroom screen has stayed the same because it's a stagnant date, but that is also, again, an input thing. So these are everywhere all the time. And I would like you to start to think about that and journal about it this week, okay? So I don't know if you heard, TikTok might be banned because it's a Chinese app, and I'm going to guess a lot of you guys use TikTok. I don't, mostly because it's a Chinese app, and I feel like this already is like going to a storage server somewhere, probably in the United States, maybe in like Germany. I don't like to give too much of my personal life away to the internet, although I've already done way too much. Anyway, TikTok is owned by China, so it might get banned. We'll see. It might get sold to Intel. There might be numbers on there. There might be numbers and symbols on Snapchat. Again, I don't Snapchat, so I don't know. I know that there's a lot of metadata in Facebook that we just get used to, right? That we're so used to. There are a lot of things on Facebook and Instagram. Someone just the other day said, well, don't you know how to send an image direct through direct message of Instagram? And I was like, no. Why would I need to know that? Except for then when I wanted to do it, and then I just didn't send the picture. But there's a lot of metadata. And what I mean by that is just this, there's so much information on my screen right now. And it's overwhelming. So what I want us to do this week is to journal about our awareness about that. And I am going to talk to you about symbols and numbers this week in some of the assignments. But I also just really want to focus on that, because what I'm going to ask for us to do as we go through the quarter is get aware of all this extra noise and symbology so that we can harness our focus when we are in math class to be thinking in the deductive ways of problem solving that we want to do, which is specific to algebra. Algebra is not necessarily counting on the clock or setting up my timer, right? Or the date that's in the corner. It is, but it's not. It's more about solving the problem. So I thought I would do a video just to say hi. You can see my face. And yeah, I hope you're doing well. And I hope that we see each other again soon. I took this little bad boy home, if any of you recognize it. I'm like at that stage, you know? There's a couple of you that are probably like, you need to do this and this. And I've been stuck on it, for a little while. So maybe it'll come to me soon. But I hope you're doing well. And that's just a little preface to our weekly idea, all right? There's no right answer, but I am going to ask you to raise your awareness of all these little things in whatever you use. Okay, you don't have to go searching for it, but I do want you to think of all the ways you count and all the symbols you see. And some of you probably know what they mean, and some of them you probably don't. So, all right. Have a good one. Happy Monday. Bye for today.